resistance is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Pace. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to...
Breaks away on the left. Past the 20. Touchdown, Canes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Handoff from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Direct snap. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
I I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's looking to throw on third and short. On target over the middle. There he goes. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression,
forget the kick, he's going to throw it. And they got him. He is stopped short. The two-point conversion, no good, and they cannot take the lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Using his feet to buy time. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Dances away to buy time. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Put quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Under fire. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right. It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On third and short, the power run here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Wide open downfield. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hurricane. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got room to work. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. Balls it in.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Here we go. Here we go.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Fights off into another broken tackle. Touchdown, Dogs! He would not be denied. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Coming out with it, it's Booker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're throwing for it on fourth down, and they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
The offense changing the play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And to throw it before he wanted. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success, you've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Here's the pressure. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
221 wing.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on fourth down? So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he closed that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Got room at the 35.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Not a chance. Missed it. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half. Lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Quarterback making checks. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
To be honest,
have a good night, man. Keep up the good work.
You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Looking to buy time. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. Motion from the back. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He caught it! Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hold, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Pace. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Not a lot of room there. Give them a couple to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down,
and he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense, ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Flips it out in the flat. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Firing toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the foot. But to flip the field position with the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Finds the tight end, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. With the catch, it's Byrne. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. This time it's complete. Open space at the 25. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Finds his man. It's Pace. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Firing to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a two-possession game. Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Dogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3.
Georgia, 38. Miami, 22.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Snap to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
That's a good start for this offense, but it's got to be all gas. We've got to be fast. We can't guarantee ourselves we're going to score 2 two-point conversions after we get these 2 touchdowns. Maximize this possession. Got to be aggressive.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Pulls it in. It's Pace. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He's looking to throw. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
To the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short.
You got this, bro.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Offense back up, starting inside its own 20. Off-play action on 1st down. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Snares it outside. It's Byrne. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants a big play here late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Working that left side now. Knocked off his feet. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Slings it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Pace. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Now the play fake. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He lets one fly deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight. Push the
ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He might want another play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The misconnection leaves him with a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Sets up the screen. There he goes. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs